So welcome to the mindfulness practice for today. And maybe some of us have been busy running around and we're just getting here, taking some time for ourselves. So in order to help facilitate the grounding and coming here, I like to do a grounding practice of scanning the room slowly to the right and then back to center, and then slowly to the left and back to center, and taking in with the eyes everything that you see. So shapes, sizes, colors, you can even say them to yourself as you're looking around the room. And what this does is it helps calm the central nervous system, helping the body realize where we are and that we're in a space that is safe for us. And that's not always the case, but hopefully that is today where you are watching this video. And I'm starting to go to the left now, but you may have a different speed that you're moving at to scan the room. And you may notice as you're moving your head, the breath slows, maybe the breath even gets deeper in the body. And maybe signs that the central nervous system is calming down. And maybe going one more time each way. Okay. So that's the grounding practice. So maybe that helped us become a little settled already with the here and now. So I'd also like you to now take some time and, if you can, genuinely thank yourself for setting aside time today. We're all very busy. So taking time for ourselves is important. It helps us be able to take care of others and help us maybe operate from a better space. So this week we're going to be continuing with the embodiment practice shared by Amanda Blake. Amanda Blake runs the organization called Embright, E-M-B-R-I-G-H-T, Embright organization, and she was trained by the Strozzi Institute. The mindfulness practice that's being shared pulls together our dignity, our connection, our virtues and visions as we're moving through the world. So they call it centering in action. And it doesn't matter if you've been here and have done the practice before, or if this is your first time. Just remember to be kind and compassionate to yourself when learning something new. And also, if you have been doing bits and pieces of this previously, either here or somewhere else, remember that each day is different. So not having expectations on ourselves, expecting the practice to go a certain way, wanting the practice to go a certain way, these things can cause stress. So just being kind, compassionate, and curious with the practice today. And we'll be doing some movement, so if you want to start standing, you can do that now. If your body doesn't allow that, you can stay seated or lying down, and when we get to the movement practice, you can imagine the movement. And I've mentioned this before, the standing position, to have your feet hips-width distant apart. A good measure is your two fists together between your feet. And you can utilize that as a marker. This helps the body be weighted into our bones versus using our muscles. So feel free to adjust as you need to. Some of us may need a shorter stance, some of us may need a wider stance. So totally up to your body. Check in with your body and see what's good for you. And there's no need, if you're joining via the Zoom video, there's no need to watch me. You can just listen to my voice. And we're going to start by becoming present in the body. And doing this, sensing into the body right now and noticing if there are any temperature differences in the body. Do we notice areas that are warmer or cooler? I know I was rushing around to get here today, so I'm a little bit warmer in certain areas versus others. Checking in with your body. Are you noticing areas that are cool or hot? Or maybe neutral, not sensing any temperature differences. And that's okay too. We're not forcing anything. We're being aware with what is in the body. And after temperature, transitioning to pressure in the body. Do we notice any areas that are maybe heavy or light? Maybe there's a constriction. Maybe there's an expansion or openness in certain areas of the body. Lightness or tension. Whatever that is, just scanning the body, seeing what we notice pressure-wise. Letting those sensations go. And now bringing the awareness to focus to any movement we feel within the body. Maybe we can notice the lungs expanding and contracting. Or maybe the heart pounding. Maybe there's tingling or pricking or throbbing, depending. Do we notice any of these movements within our body? Letting go of movement, and now sensing into our mood. Is there one word that can define the mood we're feeling at this moment in time? If so, maybe saying that to yourself. And now we're going to begin the centering practice. The centering practice, the first part is becoming aware of the length of the body. So the body from head to toe, top to bottom. Noticing your length. Inhabit and embody your length. Your length is considered your dignity. Own your inherent worth. Being alive today, being a human on this planet. Not shying away from your natural height. Not trying to add height or decrease height. Seeing if you can be fully present in your natural height. Now moving on to the width of the body, side to side, right to left, left to right. Maybe noticing the breath as it fills the sides of the body. Noticing where you begin and the world ends. What are those boundaries, those lines of connection in your width? Balance in how you reach out to others, not pulling away from connection or pushing towards connection. Seeing if it's possible to be balanced in the body left to right. Letting go of the width and bringing awareness into the depth of the body, the back side to the front side of the body. Maybe noticing, are we standing more on our toes or our heels? Maybe balancing that out if possible. And connecting to the sensations in the back side of the body. Going down and scanning the back side of the body, down into the ground, down to the feet. The back side of the body is your competencies, the capabilities that you've built over a lifetime to get you here and now where you are today. And moving to the front side of the body. Who and what you are becoming, what you're creating in the world. Connecting to who and what you are becoming. Sensing into that front side of the body from the head down to the toes. Are you okay with where you are? Are you still balanced? Now bringing awareness to the center of the body. This is usually a couple inches below the belly button. If possible, relaxing the arms at the side and sensing into that center of the body. If you have, trouble sensing into that spot, maybe bringing an arm or two or hand up and putting it a couple inches below the belly so you can feel that center. So call to heart, to mind, the center of the gravity of your life. What do you care about? What is important to you? From the center of gravity of your body, start to feel what's important to you down to your feet and up to your head. Visualizing or imagining, if you can, what's important to you, filling the length of your body. Imagine it filling your width side to side and your depth front to back. So your whole body, your whole being is filled with what you care about, what's important to you. Now we're going to begin practicing taking that into action. So when you feel an impulse, maybe in the chin or the neck area, begin walking. Do this at your own pace. You may start slowly. And as you walk, continue to drop your attention into the weight of the lower part of your body, your feet on the ground. Maybe noticing the breath as it lower in the body. When we start to move, we can bring our awareness up to our head and our brain and forget the whole body. So realigning with the length, width, and depth. Who and what it is that you're becoming. Call that to heart and mind. Remembering as you're moving, what is important to you? What do you want to put your action, your attention, and your energy to in your life? And if you want, maybe speeding up the pace. What happens with your ability to center if you increase the pace? Sometimes we need to move at a quicker pace in life. Can you readjust? Come back to center, recentering yourself, no matter the speed. Check in with your mood. Are you remembering to be kind and compassionate to yourself? Curious with this practice? Maybe increasing the speed a little more. And maybe if possible, not pacing back and forth across the floor, maybe making zigzags or circles, mixing it up if the space allows. How does that affect your centering? Good leaders cut their own paths. They don't leave a rut in the carpet, doing the same thing over and over again. Decide where you're going and go there. Are you still relaxed? Maybe you're getting irritated with all of my questions and directions. So centering, coming back into the body as much as you can. By sensing into the feet, noticing the weight in the feet, or the breath in the lower third of the lungs. Feeling your width, how close are you to things and people around you. Maybe if you're inside, that means tables, chairs, walls. Maybe if you're outside, that means trees or buildings around you. Sensing those things around you, but still being centered. And feeling into your depth. What do you care about? What is the vision you are bringing into the world? Who do you want to be today? Who do you want to become? Maybe slowing the pace a little. Noticing what that does, recentering as you need to. Maybe slowing the pace some more. And recentering your length, width, and depth and what you care about. There are a lot of things to think about, a lot of things going on. Remembering again, kindness, compassion to oneself. Keeping it playful, fun, curious. And slowing the pace a little bit more. And then maybe coming to a standstill. Noticing the body. Sensing into the body. What sensations are present? Temperature-wise, pressure-wise, movement-wise. Maybe because we were walking or moving, there's a little bit more energy in the body. With the increased blood flow. What mood is predominant right now? And that's the practice for today. The centering in action, embodying what we care about as we move through the world. Sometimes we get distracted, we're habitual. We forget to focus on what we really care about and how that can impact us as we're moving through our lives. So maybe today finding 5 to 10 other times that you can walk and do this practice, sensing into your length, width, and depth and what you care about as you're moving through space. Returning to that center as you're moving along. And remember to be playful and curious. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day.